Hello everyone, it's I McLord, and today is the day of the very late Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Banlist reaction. I'm doing this on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta website because then I can see the cards, I can remember what they do in real time, although this won't come out often. I've already seen the banlist, I already know what's coming up, what's going in. I don't play paper Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. I've been out of the meta for a while. I have a vague idea of why of what's good and why it's good. And I've seen enough content creators ramble about what should be banned and what should come off, but more importantly, what should get hit, to have a breadth of understanding of what is expected of this ban list, and how Konami will surely deliver on it because they care about the health of this format, the one format that's competitive. So yeah, that did not happen. Let's just go through the changes. Almanite to 3 changes nothing. Red Rose Dragon to 3 changes nothing. Magic Spectre Unicorn Current to 3 changes nothing. Perform Mage Plush Fire to 3 changes everything. This card is insane. Oh wait, it got an errata. So, I mean, this is still like paving the way for an upcoming Perform Mage deck with the new support coming soon in the TCG. I don't know if it's gonna be good. But welcome back, before Mage Plush Fire. All it took was an errata. Speaking of errata, Ancient Fairy Dragon to 3 changes nothing. Danglong to 3 changes nothing. I don't think this card is seeing play currently. I could be wrong on that. There's an easy way to check it out, actually. I can just click here and check in a new tab. And, oh wait, actually it does see a will build play as not that great. Okay. This is a good website. Time Seal to 3 changes nothing. But this is really concerning that this is the kind of card that Konami is willing to bring back. It's like, hey, we know that you hate card that removes interactions and the ability to like draw the card and play with your opponent. Here is Time Seal, a card that was essentially designed to do just that. Wowee. Nearly semi-limited blaster, all of the Dragon Rollers to 3 actually, I don't think change much. It's insane how power crept these cards are at the moment. Like, I'm sure you can maybe find some place for them in some attribute based or Dragon Link centric deck, but are they even seeing play at the moment? Oh yeah, that a bit more so in the fire department, but still like basically nothing. Maybe this will change with this new release, but I don't know. I'm not sure. These cards are like way past their prime. It's kind of a shame, honestly. Lunar Light Tiger 2/2 doesn't really change anything. Again, it's also a deck that has been pretty much power crept. Thunder Dragon Colossus 2/2 is annoying because this is one of these cards that was taken out the ban list and should be put back in because it is just easy to abuse with the Nemesis cards. Anyone can just make this little fella. And the fact that it does see play in a deck that also plays Archimedes Protoss, which wasn't hit with this ban list, geez, that took a while to load. It's not like Ritual Beast is like a meta-defining deck, right? But it's like maybe the 5th or 6th best deck of this current format as far as I've gathered, so that's kind of annoying to see this card being given free reign, even though it's an incredibly interactive and an interesting design by design. If the Word Challenge is just a card, did this card see play after recent unbanning? Not really. Alright, I guess this is fine. New Limited, Eva coming back because Beatrice got banned. I don't think this changes a thing for the decks that would use Eva previously. Snake Eyes Ash from 3 to 1, and same with Poplar. That's kind of a consistency here to Snake Eyes. It'd be disingenuous to pretend that it isn't, but also the deck has so many starters and options and ways to play even through the Ash or Poplar being dealt with that this doesn't fix the glaring issue of the deck, which is that it does pretty much everything under the sun and can't be stopped. A lot of people were thinking either one of those would get banned, which... No, I mean, Konami was never going to do something as drastic as this. Same with you look at these gimmick puppet hits, right? And you're thinking, okay, the issue with gimmick puppets is that they were given an incredibly unhealthy FTK and have a field spell that just removes all of their problems, makes it impossible to interact with them. So what's the solution? Ignore the field spell, which is gonna hit the boss monsters that enable the FTK. Great, thanks Konami. That sure fixes the format, it doesn't. Same with Branded Fusion. Why was Branded Fusion hit? Because of Sanctifier, pretty much. There's a card that just puts a bunch of floodgates on my opponent's field. What should we do? Well, we could hit each of the floodgates individually, but that's not a good idea. Or we can just ban Sanctifier, but apparently the third option is hit Branded Fusion, which I guess works. Yeah, we should just ban Sanctifier at this point. It's a card that doesn't do anything healthy, and you have to recognize that when a card doesn't do anything healthy, you just have to get rid of it. Opening of the Spirit Gate. This is inconsistency hit for the Yubel deck. That's fine. Pot of Prosperity. This used to be a money card, but now it's not anymore, so it's time to hit it. I also hate that Konami does that sometimes. I think it was MBT that proposed that every pot card be hit, to every good pot card, rather, should be put to 1 to prevent decks from being hyper consistent. So this is a good hit in that regard, but they didn't do it because they cared about the consistency of top tier decks. They did it because Pot of Prosperity has been reprinted enough times. You know, it's not a money card anymore. Tank and Summoning. See, this is the annoying card with Tenpai. We put it to 1, that's a huge hit to the deck. Oh wait, they can just search it anyway. With the Hydra, I think is the name of the card. Oh cool, so it's still searchable, huh? Alright, thanks. That surely changes a lot of things about this format, that the second best deck is like slightly less consistent. Fantastic. Grass looks greener, brought back to 1. This is in lieu of a T-Element Kit Colors and hit. I don't know what to think about that. Surely that has to be good somewhere, but it's mostly just coping. At 1, it's probably not playable enough to justify. I don't know, it did see play in the TCG 1 though, but it was mostly people coping. And the game has changed so much since that it wouldn't even make sense. Skill drain from 3 to 1, so Konami does acknowledge that like floodgates are a problem, but it's just like, alright, skill drain's the only one that we're hitting. We're not hitting, actually I have to verify that cards such as, what's the one with the Skull Servants? What's the one with the Skull Servants? What's it called? God, I can't even think of the name. If I go to Trapped Popularity, so Rivalry is already at 1, that can only be 1, that's the guy I think of only at 1. Gozen only at 1, so Konami is like, these cards are problematic, let's keep them at 1. Where, no, Dimensional Barrier is the one I was looking for. The Dimensional Barrier now hits, I think is MBT also proposed Different Dimension Ground, which is a floodgate that says a trap that is like, this turn all cards sent to the graveyard are banished instead, which is basically Shifter as a trap. Shifter also now hit on this ban list. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I forgot about the Forbidden stuff. I should stack the Forbidden stuff first. Finsmith Lacrima, one of the key components of the one card Finsmith combo, and also a good option in time because for some reason it does burn damage, a lot of it too, has been banned. Good. This entire archetype was a mistake. I say archetype, it's more of an engine, you know, as this entire engine was a mistake. Which, why did this keep happening, and why is this allowed to happen, and why will it continue to happen? A Pelosa ban, which is something that should have happened a really long time ago. Generic Link monsters are never a good thing, whether they're boss monster or like simply enablers and stuff. And the entire Link mechanic, as it was dealt with, is a mistake. That Appaloosa is like one of the biggest mistakes of them all. Good riddance. Calamity is banned. No, not King of all calamities. Another calamity that was also a Floodgate. That's great. What decks were even making this? A bunch of decks actually. None of them are really good, but it's good that we're taking out Floodgates behind the shed and get rid of them. This card has like never, like from the moment you can activate, you can summon this card during your opponent's turn, it was bound to get banned eventually, and it's not fun, and it should not exist. And last but not least, Beatrice is banned, which also good riddance, also a card that was like ripe for abuse by any deck that would be able to use its effect. Drytrons did it. I can't think of another 6 archetype that did it. Well, recently, of course, the Fiendsmith engine just allows you to do it with pretty much anything. With itself, actually. So that's yeah. Sorry for all 3 remaining Burning Abyss players. I'm sure they'll print out their replacement for Beatrice, which is somehow worse in its own archetype than it is just as a generic option. Like, Ptolemy has this thing too, where it's like, if summoned this way, the following effect cannot be activated this turn. Like, why are you punishing the deck that are actively making this card the regular way, instead of like, I don't know. But yeah, there's still a bunch of cards that they could have hit that they didn't, which says a lot. Like, Diabellstar, I completely forgot about, but it's also an insane card all of her own. All the stuff that Diabellstar searches, of course. Bonfire, which is due for a reprint very soon, and yeah, the Arc Nemesis Pro stuff we're not touching. Crossout we're not touching, even though that's a card that removes interaction. Ghost Sister, I guess it's an entrap that people are complaining about, which is indicative of how unhealthy the format is. That's just Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. And from what I've gathered, I know Snake Eyes is getting an Omni soon. And I know, like, because Shifter wasn't hit, the new Malice archetype is looking to be really good. I don't know if it will be, but I don't know, it's just disheartening seeing these Banlist decisions and changes not fixing the current format. Because, like, you have dominant decks, and you're not doing what's necessary to hit these decks, because these are mostly, you'd have to hit money cards, and why would you hit money cards, you know? I don't know, comparing and contrasting with the Magic the Gathering banlist, this seems very bad and lackluster, not actually achieving much, not actually addressing problems with the game. I haven't seen any like content creator reactions to this, but if they do share my sentiments, and there are people more knowledgeable than me on the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, you should listen to them. And this will be proof that I'm right, even though I don't know what I'm talking about. Regardless, thank you all for watching this video, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you in particular to Dingus, Thea, Jimmy, Boy 0, and Yannick A. I'm always saying these in a random order for some reason. I will spend the rest of my weekend not thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. Thank you once again for watching, take care everyone, and I will see you all next time.